Hey NJ babes, we're back with another Sage Soap Sunday, and today we are making a cotton candy soap. Remember, if you're into soap making, like, comment, and subscribe, and check us out at sagesoaps.com.
Alright guys, so let's get into making the soap. So here we are going to use the heat transfer method to melt down our hard butters. Alright, so after we pour the lye into the hard butters, we're going to use our whisk to melt all of the hard butters down until they are all fully incorporated. Okay, so now we're going to add in our liquid oils. Okay, so all of the liquid oils are poured in, and now we're going to go in with our stick blender. And we are going to stick blend until all of the oils are incorporated and we achieve a light trace. Okay, so after everything is fully incorporated, we're going to go in and separate these into different containers because we're going to be using micas to color our soap. And there's going to be 3 different micas. Well, 2 different micas, a blue mica and a pink mica. And then we're going to use titanium dioxide to have a white in our soap. So here's the titanium dioxide that we're going to use. And then we're going to go ahead with our stick blender and we're going to stick blend the titanium dioxide in. And please excuse our stick blender, it fell and it broke. So we don't have a top to it, but it still works, so we're gonna use it. We're not gonna waste nothing. Okay, so now we're gonna add in our fragrance oil. You can see that we're using 2 different stick blenders. That is because one is broken and the other one is also broken, but we're gonna make it work. So all right, so now we're gonna go to our other container and we're going to blend in our blue mica. And we're going to mix it in with our stick blender, but we're going to try to work really fast because we don't want the soap to harden up too much. So it's getting a little bit messy, but we trying to make it work. All right, so we're going to go in and add on our fragrance oil. The reason why we add our fragrance oil in separately and not the entire container is because sometimes fragrance oils tend to make the soap batter get hard fast or thicken up quickly. So we add it separately so that we are saving ourselves some time because we want to achieve a nice swirl in the soap. So we want our soap batter to be as loose as possible. And as you can see here, we have a pretty fluid soap batter, so that is good. All right, guys, so now we're going to go ahead and pour in our white batter first. We're going to do a hanger swirl in this soap. So we're going to go in with our white batter first and pour it all into our containers as evenly as possible. Obviously, like, you know, like it's not going to be perfect. We're not going to get it perfect. Well, it's going to be perfect because, you know, we make pretty good soap, but I mean, it may not be like the same exact amount of white and the same exact amount of blue, but it's still going to be a really pretty soap. So here we're going in and we're pouring the blue in. And as you can see, it's still pretty loose, which is good. That's what we want. And then after that, we're going to go in with our pink. Okay, so you guys can see that I am going in with a stick blender, not a stick blender, a whisk. And that's to loosen the soap up. So when your soap sits, and there's no, like, it's not being disturbed at all, it tends to thicken up. But you can break that up by just whisking it, and then you'll have a more fluid soap. So that's why we do it like that. And then we are going to tap our molds down to get any air pockets out, and also to kind of like evenly distribute the soap. All right, so now we're literally gonna go in with like the end of a hanger. And this technique is called a hanger swirl, but there's tools out there that you can buy to achieve this, but also the tools are really expensive. And so I have this hanger laying around and I'm like, I'm just gonna break this hanger up and use this hanger because I mean, it is called a hanger swirl. So yeah, if y'all have a hanger hanging around, you see what I did there? All right, so you guys already know I'm gonna go in with the skewer and we're going to texture our tops. That's one of my favorite parts of making soap, texturing the tops, because it gives it, you know, a finish and it looks really pretty. Then I'm gonna go around the edges, you know, to make it easier to unmold. All right, so now that the tops are textured, we're gonna let these soaps sit overnight for 18 to 24 hours. And we're gonna come back the next day and then we're gonna unmold them. Okay, so it's the next day and we're gonna cut our soaps. As you guys can see there's a crack in the soap. That just means that the soap heated up too fast. The fragrance oil made it did that, but it's okay.